There's nothing like living in the past. It's fine to look back at the past and think about all the good memories that you had with people, with friends, with family, with absolutely anyone, even back into the schooling days if you are a 25-year-old, 30-year-old bloke. But you can't live in the past for too long. The reason why is that you have to move on with your life. You need to look for more avenues where you could enjoy yourself and make your life a more sustainable, more prosperous life. Looking at the past doesn't really do that. And I get it for nostalgia's sake, for memory's sake, for friends, laughing back, looking back at those times. It isn't really sustainable if you're trying to make money or look for business opportunities or just being a more resilient person, essentially. And it is one of the human aspects of memory, human aspects of life, where you look back at your previous exes or previous relationships that you had with other men or females, looking back at those times and just, getting that dopamine hit of the times that you once enjoyed with that one person. And trust me, if it was over a long time ago, then it's especially painful. But some people just can't get over that sort of thing. A lot of people flock onto the internet just to explain their lives, explain, how they feel about certain people that they've known a long time ago, especially previous men and women. We have one Reddit article here from one gentleman who, is kind of relatable in a way. I hate Reddit, but it is filled with a lot of information that I do like to read about, especially people's past experiences. It's like a hobby of mine. But this article reads out, 5 years ago I met this girl, let's call her A, pretty and nice to me. I was very introverted person back then. As we were talking more, I started liking her more and then she started dating a guy from our batch. We two became best friends and I fell in love, of course. Their dating turned into a relationship and I started feeling like hell. I was an immature kid back then and I'm told every time I felt bad because of her relationship. It was during COVID lockdown when I started college, I stopped talking to her because I wanted to finally move on. But after college ended, I started talking to her again. After a few months, they broke up and I was the happiest. We tried getting into a relationship 2 or 3 times since then, but my insecurities about her ex kept creeping up every single time. A confirmed that she actually can't ever get feelings for me. Since then, this April, I told her that we can remain friends, and I started talking to other girls. But I couldn't feel for anyone even though I was getting positive responses from their side. I just want to be with A. So 2 weeks ago I matched with this perfect girl, let's call her B. I told B about my situation, and she said she won't be thinking in that direction, but since she was getting that vibe, we can remain friends. For the first time after A, I was feeling for another person, but B wanted to befriend me because obviously I was still talking to A. Now I realized there was no point holding on to A, and I finally moved on. So I told A today that I need to move on. I won't be talking to her from now on. And since I don't want to get in a similar relationship situation again, so tomorrow I will tomorrow I will also discuss to stop talking to B. All these 5 years I've shown a lot of immaturity and couldn't control my emotions. How do I become more mature and tough through these kinds of situations? Now, this is pretty common, especially when you have a lot of female friends, where the male may fall in love with one of the female friends and it might clash with other types of instances, other types of situations, and that's completely fine. That's just a part of life. There's nothing to worry about, and I don't think you should think about it way too much often about it. This sounds like a pretty young guy, and there's like a lot more years in front of him, and sure, this is like a huge learning curve. It's a huge situation, but it's the type of thing where you don't want to philosophize, if that's the right word. I can't even say the word about this way too much because at the end of the day, females get with men, men get with females get with men get with women, women get with men, women get with women, men get with men. They have their own lives as well. They have their own situations where they want to be, dipping their toes into. So it's not just about you, it's about absolutely everyone. And I mean everyone. Like for me, for example, I used to have a relationship with this one girl, but there was another situation where, I used to date this other girl, so, the relationship that I had with the current girl that I was talking to ended so I can get back with the girl that I essentially, used to talk to. And now both relationships are modeled. So I kind of see that as a learning curve. I kind of see that as a young thing. I was 16 at the time. I was 15, 16 at the time. What's the college age for America? I swear that's like when you go to college, that's pretty much the same as uni. So he was 18 years old. So yeah, no, don't even worry about that sort of shit, man. Like, and even if it's the case of you don't want to be talking to this one person where you always grab feelings for this one person, I'm gonna tell you this right now. It will always be the same with other women. You'll fall in love with another woman, and then there's way too many people in on this planet, and you're going to be working soon, and there will be females in your workspace. There's going to be females around you, essentially, who are always going to talk to you, talk about their experiences, their problems, all that sort of shit, right? So if this happened once, it will happen again, 101%. And the chances are of you not clashing with this person again is like astronomically low because in my past experiences, I live in a small town, but I would imagine it's the same with like everyone else who lives in a small town. You'll see that person again, and there will be an opportunity where you could talk to that person again. You can like grab a drink or whatever the fuck. And it's also the fact someone could also say like let's just say a red pillar or fresh or fit type person said you can't be friends with females. You can't be friends with females. Females can't be friends with males, and males can't be friends with females. Unfortunately, I'll reiterate, there's way too many people on the planet. Sure, you can have a conversation, sure, you can have all these sorts of things, but the term friendship, the term all this sort of stuff is like, if you're not helping yourself, if you're not helping others as well, regardless of males or females, if you're helping a person, then that is considered a friend, someone that you can relate to, a stressful work situation. You help that person out, regardless of male or female, you become friends. Even if it's not in your mind, it's subconsciously, that is your friend. And this person's young, so a lot of mistakes is bound to happen. Mistakes will happen until he's like 30 years of age once he's fully developed. So he's got 10 more years of like this hell that he's going to experience. So there's literally no reason for him to think about this. Just go with the flow. Just don't hurt anybody. Sure, there will be mistakes, but at the end of the day, it's not like the world's ending tomorrow. And no, he'll just move on. He'll move on 101%. There's literally no reason for him to like. It's like you just stop thinking about it, and that's how you automatically move on. You just do other things as well. There's no point thinking about it. But yeah, no, that's my opinion about this sort of thing as well. It's like don't live in the past for too long. I mean, like sure you had friends come and go, relationships come and go and all those types of things and the memories will always be there. That's what makes us human. That's what makes us empathetic to other people's situations. Like what I'm discussing here right now, what I'm giving my opinion here about as well. But yeah, no, if you guys like this video, this Reddit video, please do subscribe, like, share, and subscribe, reblog, retweet, wherever you can do. It's helped me in the algorithm. It will help me in the algorithm. So far, my stats for YouTube has shot up dramatically, and I just think I've just been more consistent about it. I'm probably going to edit more in the videos, but I just simply don't have the time because I'm working as well. So, yeah, no, thank you so much for watching my video, and please enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Goodbye.